In the last video we implemented score and lives, but at the moment we're not doing anything with player lives. We're still invincible, so let's fix that in this final video, Game Over. We'll start by declaring a boolean in usermain.h that we'll use to stop the game from continuing after the game has been lost. We'll also declare a new function, restart, which we'll use in a moment to reset certain variables. In usermain.cpp we write the restart function. We'll also move any variables that need to be reset each game from start to restart. We can now call restart in start since these variables still need to be set at the beginning. We also set pause to true, so the game will begin in a pause state ready for the player to start whenever they want. Now that we have a way to reset the game's progression for a new game, let's turn to halting the game when it's over. In the update function, simply place the entire code we have there already in an if statement, if paused equals false. Remember to close the conditional with another bracket at the end of the update function, which isn't shown here. Inside our if statement, we still need a way to discover if a game has been lost. Simply, every update, this will test if lives is less than 0. If it is, we want to set pause to true. This will stop everything in usermain's update function from happening. Now that we've got the game stopping, let's get the game starting again. We want a new game to begin when the player presses anywhere on the screen. In usermain's pointerPressed function, we first check to see if the game is paused. If it is, we can call restart to reset the variables and set pause to false to resume the normal updates. The next thing that's missing takes us to player.h. So far, we're not resetting the player's positions. We declare a Rapid2D vector pointer called startPosition before we open player.cpp. We simply call the getPosition function to make start position wherever the player starts when the game is opened, which we set in the Rapid2D editor. In player's onUpdate function, we'll also place the entire contents in a conditional using the same variables before, paused. Note that this time, we need to get the variable from usermain. At the end of this conditional, we have an else. If the game is paused, we'll set the player's position to its start position that we established earlier. However, when the game ends, any enemies that exist will continue to exist. In enemy.cpp now, in the onUpdate function, we simply test to see if the game is paused. If it is, it will destroy itself. The game is now resetting after every game, and the player can start a new game straight away. One final touch is needed, giving feedback to the player to let them know what to do. Remember the click to start text box we made last video? We open directxpage.xaml.cpp and scroll down to the onRendering function. As before, we test to see if the game is paused. This time, if it is paused, we set the text of txt click to start to click to start. Otherwise, we simply set the text to nothing. This will create the appearance of the text disappearing during the game. And there we go. Congratulations on getting this far. This is the end of this tutorial, but there's one more thing you can do with your game. You can download the full game here, which comes with one final addition, background music. And why not experiment with it? More players, more or faster enemies, score multipliers, collectibles, anything you can think of. And if you do make any changes and want to show them off, head over to the Rapid2D forums. We'll see you there.